Hello and welcome to this video on the first attempts at vapor smoothing and acetone brushing. My name is Robert French. I'm a 3D printing applications engineer with GoEngineer. So we finally constructed our vapor smoothing station and we're ready to throw some parts in, but we want to make sure we test and observe a couple variables to get sort of a baseline reading to how well our system is working. So how much acetone are we actually pouring in? This is certainly going to have an effect on how much vapor, and the effect on the part needs to be noted. Exposure time is in that same vein. How long are we leaving the parts in there? How long are they being exposed to these different solvents that will melt them and make them look glossy, shiny? Do we need any additional heating from the heat pad? Are we getting enough vapor without it, or do we want to accelerate the process a little bit and get our results a little bit quicker? And lastly, venting holes. We want to make sure we're getting enough vapor inside of the system, but if we're venting off too much of that, we might not see any results, or they might just take a long time to produce. Here's the first set of parts I plan to test. I'm using slightly different geometries just to see if my vapor smoothing station would have a different effect on them. Once I place them on my metal tray, I'm going to measure out a rough amount of acetone. Not exact, but I do take note of it to see if I want to increase or decrease that in the future. Now this time lapse is sped up quite a bit. I honestly waited over an hour, but I wasn't really seeing any results with my parts. It means my system really isn't creating any acetone vapor. We'll get back to that later. For now, I'm going to take the parts out and brush them. I want to try to do this as uniformly as possible to get the most consistent results. About 5 minutes after brushing, I took my parts out of the chamber and the results were starting to look pretty good. Surfaces were becoming shiny and glossy, and layer lines were starting to disappear. Wanted to push this a little bit further and start to test brushing out even more, so I put another layer of acetone on them and threw them back in the chamber. After a second brushing of acetone, the parts became even smoother. But this isn't exact. It's not going to be as uniform as vapor smoothing, where we have a nice uniform cloud of acetone vapor smoothing the part. So we can see on things like internal corners that it's really hard to paint uniformly and get consistent results. On external faces, like the one on this cylinder, we can see a very clear before and after where layer lines have essentially disappeared and we have a nice glossy part. So we had some mixed results with our first test. What should the takeaways be? When it came to vapor smoothing, we had too much air and not enough vapor, so we're going to probably want to plug most of the holes we drilled into the side of our chamber. We also might consider adding more acetone, and the lab I was in was pretty cold, so we want to use that heat pad and possibly bump it up to a higher temperature. When it came to brushing our parts, that was very successful except for the uniformity issue. So we might want to consider a better way to secure the part and make sure we're brushing it more uniformly. Stay tuned for the next chapter where we refine our system even more and we get some really good vapor smoothing results.